welcome back to my channel. I'm Lydia. This is my channel, Lydia Life, where I'm just being my authentic self and sharing my journey, and life just keeps getting better and better, so you might as well come along for the ride, and you might find yourself in a better mood yourself or inspired to do something cool. So today I'm just full of Hulaween glowing energy. I went to this music festival in Florida called Hulaween. It was fantastic. Everything that I never even knew I needed in my life and more, to put it in a small synopsis for you all. And the last night, I was avoiding the shopping areas, the vendors the whole time, because I really don't need anything else in my life. I'm pretty saturated as far as accessories and rave stuff goes. Plus, I'm in a little bit of debt right now, so I didn't want to spend a lot of money on more things to take home. But, I kept an open mind. On the last day of the festival, we wandered over towards some stage I hadn't been to the whole weekend. And it was music I wasn't even familiar with, didn't know who was playing, was just wandering around with my friends. And we were behind this artist who was doing live paintings. And she had psychedelic art. And the one that was right in front had a woman's face, but it was also very psychedelic with patterns, and it really spoke to me. It was almost like the free samples lady at the front of a store saying, come in, come try our product. So I started flipping through her paintings and realized they were really cool, and I decided to choose which one spoke most to me. And I was flipping through them and talking with her a little bit at the same time. I narrowed it down to my top 3 paintings, and they all had something to do with psychedelic plant medicine, which is something that really is dear to my heart and soul and really spoke to me. And she had a deal 2 for $40, but I couldn't decide on just 2. I was having trouble deciding between 3 on which 2. I knew one for sure, then the other one I was having such a hard time deciding on. So I asked the people standing nearby me, which painting do you think I should choose between these paintings? And everybody was tripping, so their perception may have been slightly off, but to them it was all one painting. It was not 3 separate paintings. And when I realized that, I decided I had to buy all 3 and realized how sacred it was that they were kept together, these 3 paintings, and also how sacred the number 3 is, how it represents birth, life, and death. And it's just a very powerful number for me. Side story, at Okeechobee Music Festival this year, I had exactly $33 in my wallet. And a friend and I stumbled upon this booth of stuff, which was like a trading booth. And my friend saw this coyote tooth pendant she really wanted. And we asked how much it would be, and we were negotiating with the woman. And I told her I only have $33 in my wallet. And she was like, let's do it. And I was like, yeah, for sure, let's do it. There was not a trace of doubt in my mind at that time that coyote tooth was the best way to spend all of the $33 in my wallet. And I was so excited. I threw down all my money on that coyote tooth because it was very meaningful for me, and I will never regret it. And I love the story, and my friend is so grateful for the necklace charm. It was just really special. 3 has always been a sacred number for me my whole life. A few days later at Marshall's with my friend, we both got 2 separate orders, and it came out to 1 cent different at $33.72 and $33.73. That's never happened to me in my whole life. Once again, sacred number 3. Also, I was born in July on the 3rd day, and those numbers were in the receipts. It was just crazy. So I carry these receipts in my bag now for good luck. So let me show you these paintings. This is the first one. Hang on, let me get this tea out of the way because I'm always drinking liquids and disasters happen sometimes. Okay, so this is the first one. This was my must-have painting. By the way, these are by Kirsty Conan Art. Kirsty at kirsty.conan.art on Instagram. Check that out. We have San Pedro. We got magic mushrooms. Beautiful mandala geometry. I just love this one. It makes me feel so good inside. That was my must-have. And then these were the ones I was deciding between for number 2 and number 3. So I'll show you this one. This one, it actually glimmers, so it was really hard to resist. There's sparklies on it. I don't know if you can see it. It's still in the plastic. I don't want to take it out yet. But this one is really beautiful, I think. And it has a sacred geometry. It has this beautiful mandala in the sky and some butterflies, and it's just sparkly and so gorgeous. Oh, and this one also has the ayahuasca vine. So this one is a very special one. This one may be my favorite, but I also really like this one. And then I got this one too because I could not decide. This one has the waterfall and the river and some plants, the snake. This reminded me of Brazil for the waterfall and the frogs. So I really like them all, but when you hold them together, it looks like one. I don't know if I can do this for you guys. And the light is not that great, but if you hold them together, hang on. Okay, so if you can see, when they're all together, it almost looks like one. And I just had to go for all 3, and I'm really glad that I did. It's a beautiful trio of psychedelic plants, oneness with nature. It's just, all these paintings make me feel so good. I got these paintings, and I don't usually buy art. It's unusual for me to do this. But these paintings really spoke for me, and that is the exact moment when you should purchase art. And at that moment, for the first time in my life, I understood the value of art. Because it's a creative expression of the artist. And when that speaks to you, that's so powerful. It invokes a feeling inside of you. And that is just so invaluable. Like, you can't even really put a price on it, but they have to charge for their work to make a living. And really a lot of the services that we do in the world, like when you want to do it out of the kindness of your heart, it feels weird to ask for money, but we have to survive as humans. I really felt that at the festival. I was making necklaces to sell, and everybody's so kind, just giving stuff all the time, that I felt even weird asking for money for the necklaces, which was such a strange feeling. But it's just part of the human experience to exchange money. But we also were trading other things at the festival, aside from money, trading objects and stuff. But back to this, I, for the first time in my life, understood the value of art, and it dawned on me, and nobody taught me, like, nobody told me, oh, Lydia, this is the value of art. This is something I directly experienced through my own experience with the art that spoke to me, that invoked feelings and connection within me. And yes, I had consumed LSD that evening, and I really gotta thank the psychedelics for helping me create these these new brain pathways to grow my mind and expand my mind and my consciousness. I was able to understand things for the first time I hadn't in my whole life. So yeah, I really valued art. I learned to value art so much more than I ever had in my whole life. And then I was joking around, and I called her area where she was standing and doing live painting, I named it the Family Value Store, as like a play on Dollar Value or Dollar Tree or whatever, because art is so priceless. It's invaluable. And at the festival, it felt like family. Everybody there felt like family. They treat you how you would want to be treated by your family. I know families aren't perfect. Everybody has flaws. We argue, whatever. But like an ideal family, you'd want to be treated how you were being treated at this festival by the other people there. So it felt like a family, and a lot of us shared the same values because it feels so much like family. We also share a lot of the same values, treating one another kindly, not stealing, being honest, basic things like that, looking out for one another. And I thought it would be great to call her area, the artistic area, Family Value Store, because everything is priceless. And I even made a little advertisement about it.
This is our Family Value Store, and everything is completely priceless. Come check it out. You'll never find anything like it you've ever seen before. Everything is unique and invaluable.
Family Value Store, where everything is priceless and unique. You'll never find anything like it. What would life be without art? And we need to be creative. These music festivals gather people together because we like the art, the music. Music is art. And the artists come to make paintings, and the festival attendees come and with their outfits and the clothes and the makeup and the gifts. Everybody's just so creative. And people had these little bean sprout clips on their hats the whole weekend. And I didn't think anything of it, but when I understood the value of art, buying these paintings, it dawned on me the meaning of those bean sprout clips. Now, this is my take on it. If you have another interpretation of it, by all means, let me know. But I stopped and thought about it for a moment, and it just dawned on me, because bean sprouts are life, soak it in water and then life comes out of it, and it just grows and grows, and it's this infinite, like a fractal of life. A seed, a bean sprout grows, and for me it represented creativity, life, and infinite growth. It will just keep growing, and life just keeps growing, and things that are alive are just so abundant and will continue to grow and expand. And I just thought it was so clever that people had those little bean sprout clips. I need to get them. I want to get some and put them on my hair and give them out at the festivals. That was just so cool. People are just so clever, and yeah, a lot of us were taking psychedelic substances. Not everybody. Those who choose to be sober, very respected that. Everybody respects people who choose to go sober, but the energy is so contagious, and it's just been such a fulfilling, wholesome weekend where everybody was free to explore their minds and feel accepted and grieve and feel loved and feel valued. And the person I bought the paintings from was so happy that I bought her paintings, and I'm so happy that I have this artwork that I'll never forget. The memories that I shared with her at that moment, the connections I had with her and the people around me. That's why it's so invaluable. I spent money on it. I spent $20 each, which was a pretty good deal, actually. But when I look at this on my walls the rest of my life, I'm never going to forget what happened, and that ta-da moment that I had, finally understanding the value of art and appreciating artists from the bottom of my heart and the value that they bring to our lives through their creative expression, that it comes out onto a canvas, or other forms of art, those who do clay art or beading, photography. There's so many forms of art, and when you let go of judgment on yourself, that's when you can really embrace your inner artist and creative side. A lot of people say they're not creative or they suck at art, those kind of things. That is the type of mentality that will prevent you from excelling in a creative realm. Doing creative things and activities is so therapeutic because there is no judgment, because there are no rules. You do whatever you feel inspired to do. And the world needs more art, honestly. Art makes the world a better place. My walls are going to look so much better and alive because of these paintings. So yeah, it was a spontaneous, spur of the moment thing. The art spoke to me and I had to get it. I was going to get one, then I was going to get two, and then I had to get all three. And I love the story that comes with it. I love the memories and the feeling that it evokes in me. These paintings really remind me of Brazil and the plant medicine that I consumed there and the experiences that I've had there. And that's why these paintings speak so much to me, because if you've seen my other videos, you understand how Brazil is such a huge part of my identity in Latin America. And I've embarked on this plant medicine journey this year, although it was in my back pocket just waiting to be activated pretty much my whole life. But this year I've really, really embraced it and went all in for it and followed my heart, and these paintings pretty much look like my life. Really. Like sparkles, rainbow, garden, flowers, psychedelics. That's like my life, pretty much. So thank you, Kirsty Conan. Kirsty Conan. Thank you so much for spending all that time talking with me. I really enjoyed our conversations, and I will promote your artwork. And thanks for tuning into my channel. Have you bought art in the spur of the moment that spoke to you? What was your story with it? You still have it? How does it make you feel? I'd love to know your stories of your art purchases. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Feel free to leave a comment, subscribe, check out my other videos, and keep being awesome. Bye.